let's shuffle on, ladies and gents, to our main topic of the day. And hopefully Nick will drop in here as we discuss this. But Disney has spent an eye-wateringly high amount only on pre-production for Star Wars.
I thought it wasn't done.
What do you mean wasn't done?
This wasn't happening, I was told.
Who told you that? Are you? This is a bit, isn't it?
No, well, there's some serious people out there that were trying to say. I'm not going to name names, but yeah, like there was people trying to claim that this show is never going to happen.
It's not happening.
Whoever said that, they were completely wrong because they built the sets. They're at Pinewood. They'd already started.
It's pretty much shot and done. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it is. I mean, they spent $49.2 million on pre-production, ladies and gents. Yeah. $49.2 million on pre-production. That is insane. So it is $5.5 million more than Disney spent on pre-production for Rogue One. For a movie, for a film, $49.2 million. And I know someone who wants to talk about this will be Nick.
Yeah.
What is up, guys?
What do you think about this?
Yeah, we waited for you.
I just got in here. I was on the phone, so I didn't hear what
Star Wars: The Acolyte. They spent $49 million on pre-production alone.
Oh yeah, I remember hearing about this. Yeah,
and it's wrapped principle. They're working on post now.
Rumor has it this show's not really happening. But
for goodness sake.
I'm just throwing it out there.
Nick knows what I'm talking about. We have sources.
Well, we don't have sources, but somebody has sources.
No, I have a source. It's called Blue Jay. Blue Jay has told me that this is just an elaborate scheme by Kathleen Kennedy.
Who the hell is saying
to launder money?
Name the names. Who's saying this, Graham?
I'll let. I don't know if we want to say it publicly. Yeah.
All right, whatever. It is absolutely happening. Of course, it's happening.
Yeah, it's 100% happening. This show's coming out, whether people believe it or not. This show's going to be a disaster. Nate, I don't know if you've watched the interviews with the cast members.
Oh, they're awful. It's a safe space for black people in Star Wars.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? Billy D. Williams didn't feel threatened.
Yeah, it's so cringe, and they don't really talk much about the show. They just talk about
Nick. Project Acolyte is all about the actual firing of Kathleen Kennedy.
Yeah.
Okay. You don't understand. There's a special unit inside right now.
Sleeper cell
that is waiting to take out Kathleen Kennedy. They're just waiting for the right moment.
So these people definitely didn't shoot anything together then, I guess.
No, there is not it's all in the moon landing in Kubrick? Same thing.
Yeah. So basically what you're saying is that Company's House in the UK, which legally everything's required to be filed through, that's on an elaborate ruse. So
it's part of the scheme.
What you're saying is someone at Disney has had to pay tax on $49.2 million through the UK.
If you followed KK Anon, you would know the truth, Nate.
Okay.
KK Anon knows all.
Well, just as an FYI, ladies and gents, this is a bit. Clearly, whoever has been saying that doesn't know their arsehole from their elbows. That's nonsense. This show is absolutely happening. But what an insanely high amount of money that they've spent. $49.2 million.
Yeah, it's absolutely ridiculous. And this goes back to more of what I was saying last week, on these studio budgets and how they're super inflated. And the thing is, this is for a Disney Plus show. A Disney Plus show
won't make any money.
Yeah,
it physically won't make money, and they spent 17% more on pre-production for The Last Jedi. Only 17% more they spent on pre-production for The Last Jedi.
Yeah.
I mean, fuck.
They might as well have taken all that money, put it in a big, huge bonfire, and got all the employees together and had a cookout, and just everybody sat around and just watched it burn up, because that's pretty much the
This is
case here
insane.
with this.
I know we're acting like 49 million is a lot of money, but we just learned recently how much The Force Awakens actually cost.
Oh God, yeah.
Tell us that, Culture.
Oh, dude, it was dumb.
$535 million.
Oh, is that
Wow.
something recent that just came out?
Yeah, oh
Yep.
yeah, they revised it. This is what's happening. We've been talking about they're revising up all these budgets to the actual amounts because otherwise, they get exposed.
This is
And
what.
all-
Yeah, go ahead,
Yeah,
Culture. I'm sorry.
all these numbers are available from Company's House, and that's the thing because they do almost all Star Wars in the UK. All the numbers are there because they
have to report it.
They have to report it, and they have to be able to get
a
their
tax
tax
rebate.
credits.
That's why they.
So
do
when
it.
they're
Yeah.
talking about the budget in the media, what they're reporting is the production estimated budget. That's
Yes.
what Culture was talking about earlier too, with the whole thing with Mission Impossible.
Yes.
But at the end of the day, there's the actual cost, and what we've learned is movies like The Force Awakens,
Oh my God.
The Force Awakens cost $535 million. Almost all of the Marvel movies in the last couple years have cost well over 100 more million than they've
When they
reported.
tell you. Yeah.
In the end of the day, we even heard that even going as far back as the original Guardians of the Galaxy, I believe they said cost 100 million more than what was reported.
Yep.
The thing is with the Force Awakens, I mean, what'd you say it was, Culture? 500 and
530 change.
535 or something like that. Yeah.
I
Too
mean
much
that
is what it
that
is.
is a crap ton of money, but box office
That's the
wise,
only one
it
that
brought
really
in
made
over
money. Yeah.
Yeah, it made over $2 billion. So I'm sure they probably actually made some money on that one. But all these other ones in the current state of Star Wars, I mean, throwing more money at it isn't going to fix the problem.
I can't wait to see the Rise of Skywalker's budget when they're done shooting it.
Oh yeah, because they're still shooting it right now. JJ's still doing reshoots. Oh, good
It's going to be the most expensive movie ever made.
Yeah.
In reality, they reshot the Rise of Skywalker how many times? Right? Because that was the story we heard.
Like 4 or 5.
Yeah, because what was it? Kenner had bitched and said that we've got a whole warehouse full of toys we can't release because these characters aren't in the movie.
Exist. Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, that's why they had to actually get that weird dildo monster in there. But with
with no arms,
no arms,
and it fixes the ship.
Yeah, the mechanic with no arms,
mechanic,
and the rock that's the navigator is the next wonderful adventure coming up. But regardless, this show is supposed to be 8 episodes long, right, Nick?
Mm-hmm.
It costs $250 million at the end of the day, supposedly.
It's average for them in their shows.
It's in post-production now.
Is it? I thought it wasn't getting made.
It's
not. It's a big elaborate scheme, Nate. You don't understand. I have seen projections into Lucasfilm.
Yeah, I just can't fathom it. Of course.
And the thing is, you got to remember, it's 8 episodes. In the 8 episodes, like all other Star Wars Disney Plus shows, are all very inconsistent. You might have one that's 25 minutes long one week, and then one another week that's 45 minutes long.
Well, you know why that is, Nick. We're learning now is as we have basically, we all kind of speculated, and we found out it's been confirmed now by a few of these guys that are making these shows. They really never know where they're going to begin and end. They re-edit the hell out of them until they end up into 6, 7 episodes or 8 episodes or whatever it is.
Yeah,
same as Marvel.
Exactly
the same. I mean, you should not be spending 250. Like Disney Plus is in debt, right? Disney Plus has never turned a profit, and you are,
it's made zero money for them. And I don't know.
Insane.
I don't know what they're thinking.
Be one of the worst loss leaders in history if you think about it.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's like 14 billion in debt, right? Like, and
it's like if you opened a car dealership and you literally just started giving away cars to all your customers. Is really kind of what it is.
Yeah, you're right. But not only that, like it's like
you're like, why isn't anybody buying a car? It's like they already got one, dumb shit.
Well, no, well, yeah, but also
because you just gave them one.
Well, yeah, but that's just the way they've promoted this as well is so opposed to anyone wanting to watch it.
Yeah,
you know, like the amount of nonsense that they've been spewing is crazy.
Well, that's the problem. Is the free car they gave you is a piece of shit. You've got to
And-
constantly fix it. And all that
Well,
shit.
remember, they still haven't even released any trailers to do this. They showed that one at Star Wars Celebration.
All was cobbled
That
together.
still has not been released publicly.
We don't have anything. They're not even proud of this yet.
Well,
They are not proud of this.
Iger saw it though. He said what he has seen, it is
Bestest
going to
thing
be
ever.
huge.
Well, they've
and
been
the best
holding
Star
trailers
Wars
back
show
for
ever.
everything lately, though, and I think I know the reason why is because they are backed up on special effects stuff. You guys got to think about it for a minute, and I'm not even kidding.
Yeah.
Go back 10, 15 years, and I was reminded of this when I watched The Incredible Hulk the other day. All of these movies, they used to have like 4 or 5 big effects sequences, and then the rest of the movie was all practical, non-effect sequence stuff. When we have movies like, I was reported that The Flash and Captain Marvel and some of these other movies in recent years, every single shot has something done to it. When you're working that much on a movie, every frame of the movie, that takes a lot of time, people, and effort to get it done. And that's part of the reason these movies are coming out like shit.
The average Marvel film has 1,100 special effects shots.
And that's on the low end, I bet, because I know that for a fact, people go, why is it the original Jurassic Park in 1993 looks so much better than the latest Jurassic World film? And I told them flat out, the original Jurassic Park has less than 60 CGI shots in it. The latest one has over 1,200.
Yeah, some of that CGI stuff was also over the top of practical work as well, right? So
Exactly.
they actually built that T-Rex. Right? That T-Rex was actually
I don't know if they ever
built.
blended anything, but there's a lot more practical than people think. That's the thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Raptors too. The Raptors, they built actual Raptors.
Yeah, a lot of the stuff you see of the Raptors is not CGI.
In fact, the same technology that made the film happen is how they do the Raptors in like the appearances that they make in the theme parks, where they have physical Raptors. It's the same. It's exactly the same model. So,
well, point is, Lucasfilm budgets are out of control, absolutely out of control on their dog shit Disney Plus TV,
and it's making them no money. Like literally,
no money.
I like Iger is sitting there. I don't know how he can look at Lucasfilm and be like, "This was such a good idea to purchase.
What great investment!
This.
What great
You
investment!
know?
Oh, Kathleen Kennedy did such a good job.